just fine. There we go. All right, good morning, everybody. Welcome on in. Okay, so got the Bluetooth headphones here. I'm going to put them in my ears. I will take them out occasionally such that I can listen to music on my conventional headset while I'm hitting the sets, because that is kind of key for today. Reason being, we are doing deadlifts and we are doing them heavy. So, ready to get started. Just gonna warm up. I need to adjust the camera angle. That's fine. With deadlifts, getting plenty of warm up is key. Oh my God. Dang it. I knew I forgot something coming down here. I forgot my straps. That's actually really annoying, because that's gonna hinder me from Romanians. Shit. I don't really want to run all the way back up to my apartment. Oh, that's all right. If we have to set down Romanians mid-set, it's all I have to do. That's a pity. I completely forgot my straps. Sorry about that, guys. That's too high. Figure out the right angle for this. Kind of a sticking point. Not always the easiest, but we'll roll with it. There we go. Set up the camera angle. Welcome on in, Fermion. Okay. There we go. All right, let's get the show on the road. So we got deadlifts, a lot of them today. That's on me for not using my brain and just reflexively going out without straps like it was some sort of push day. The straps aren't necessary, but I feel like I definitely would have hit Romanians better with them. But I'm not going all the way back up across the street up to my up to my apartment just to grab straps. I'm not doing that. Okay, warm up a little bit more. I promise, no, I'm not gonna pick up my deadlifts to start from here, but okay, so I'm either gonna have to back this angle up a bit more or get creative. I've got an idea. So one thing about deadlift day in the gym, y'all, it's gonna take longer. You just kind of have to accept that. If you get to the point where you're deadlifting north of your own body weight, it is just gonna take multiple sets of warm up to get there. There's not a ton you can actually really do about that. So it kind of is what it is. Yeah, here's what I'm gonna do for y'all. Set y'all a bit further back. Bring the angle down. Just running the Discord server. Smart ass Dodger. Yeah. Got a bit too hyped up. Wasn't actually thinking about what I was doing, so that's my bad on that one. The link for my Discord server is !Discord. By the way, how's the audio visual quality? I always like to ask that at the beginning of the stream because we're still very new to this setup. Hey, Butters, welcome on in. AV's fine. Killer, thank you. So let's see if the weight starts here. Still a little bit too. I'm That's all right. You're not gonna be able to see my head at the top of some of these sets. It is what it is. So I don't really feel like backing y'all further away or making the angle steeper because y'all are already pretty tall. Uh, maybe the moves have y'all sideways. I don't know. Let's do one more warm-up set. I'll go backwards this time, just for y'all's knowledge. Okay, so parking lot at the end of the street does have a tow truck. That's pretty easy. Expected it to be. Okay, so today's heavy deads. So we got 4 sets of deads. Then we're moving on. We've got Romanians and Jeffersons. Oh, today's gonna be brutal. So that in mind, we're going up to heavy stuff. Probably want to start north of 315. I don't normally do that, but I feel pretty good. Don't feel like I need another warm up. Let's start at 365, see how we're feeling. Okay. Oh, you gotta be joking. My body likes to do this sometimes. I don't know why. Every time I try pre-workout, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't in terms of the way I feel, but almost inevitably, it makes me need to use the bathroom another time, even if I went like 30 minutes ago. In this case, less. Okay. So, here we go. Hey, Fermion, thank you very much for the follow. Do appreciate that. You know, every time one of y'all follows, it allows you to get notifications as to when I'm live. It makes life a whole lot easier for me. Let's go for 365. That's where we're going to start today. Get stuff moving. Appreciate that. All right. So, yeah, 365 should be a pretty good start. We go for somewhere in the 6 to 8 rep range. Today we're going to go pretty heavy, so we're going to hit this. Probably look to go up to around the 405 range and go from there. Could also do rack pulls from here. I, for one, have never really found a lot of use for rack pulls, but you know, your own mileage may vary. So let's go ahead and drop this down. Okay. I'm going to swap up a bit here. Take the headphones. Y'all are going to have to tell me how the audio is on this. Keep the headphones right here, so it's close by, and then try my conventional headset for listening to music. I don't know if this will work or not, so again, if AV is bad, or rather, I guess if the audio is bad, the visual should remain the same. If the audio is bad here, you have to let me know. I'm experimenting with a couple different setups to where I can listen to music and give y'all comp to your audio. So we'll see how that goes. Let's go. Yeah. Good old Rolling Stones satisfaction. Always a good choice. I can't. Let's see the top or the bottom. I need to give y'all a better view. Next set. All right. Let's swap out heads again. So I have to speak up a little bit. Audio sounds fine. Good. Needs to use the bathroom. Yeah. All right. Now I'm standing here. That's as tall as I can make this thing. I still can't see the weight. I think side profile is the way to go for here. So that means we got someone over there. So I'll film this side, I guess. That's not as bad. I just still can't see top end. There's really no good way to do this. Huh. I think this is the first time with this setup I've tried a deadlifting day. So I have to, there we go. Just have to be a little bit more deliberate about how we do things. Okay. Morning, Mikey. Okay, so that wasn't bad. That was 8. That felt pretty good. I'm gonna go ahead and say, since that felt pretty decent, we're gonna bump to 415. If I can get 6 with this, I'm gonna be quite pleased. If I can't, I'll stick with it. I think that's probably gonna be about right. It'd be nice to be able to go a bit higher, but we'll see on that front. 415 would be if I can get this for reps, I'd be pretty happy with that. Typically, my rep range for 405, which this is not, slightly more, has been around the 5 mark. So if I'm getting 6 for this, I'm pretty thrilled with that. I'm just gonna have to move y'all further out. This is really no other option. There we go. It's not ideal for y'all to be this far out, but I don't really have a better option for viewing. So yeah, this is much better. So I'm just gonna have to bite the bullet and put some distance between the camera and me. Sucks, but it is what it is. This is the only way you can see the full range of motion. We're learning. So, let's see, we're gonna do, first rep was 365. We got 8. Second rep's 415. We'll see how we do. You may have noticed I'm wearing the long pair of baseball socks today. When I do heavy deadlifts, I like this. The reason is very simple. I like on heavy deadlifts, you're so worried about just driving that weight up, right? Pushing your feet into the ground as hard as you can. Every so often, you're going to scrape up your shins. And a good pair of socks kind of prevents this. So I personally think it's worth having. Okay, let's go ahead and try second set. So we're going to have the mic. I don't know exactly where to put the mic for this. What we'll do is we'll put it in the front here. I rarely keep my book in shot, but I think that's going to be where we're wanting it. Plus, God forbid, I have to drop the weight and the plates go forward. I don't want them running over my phone or my headphones. That would be bad. All right. Let's go with a little. To Bounty Hunter by Molly Hatchet. Southern Rock this morning. I don't know why I'm speaking to Cam there, because the mic's down here, but whatever. Alright. I'm taking quite a lot of time between sets, but these are heavy deads. It's just the nature of the beast. You have to. Okay. We'll do one while I got you. Let's hit it. Let's hit it. Come on, I got one more. Nice. Too much more than you can stand. Yeah. That's pretty good. I'll take 5. So it's 5 at 4:15. I think this will be our heavy set for the day. Question is, how heavy do we want to go? And this is why I write stuff down, because it'd just be a plain guess if I didn't. So come over here. We turn back the pages on our little book. We find the last time we did a heavy deadlift set. So last deadlift set, I was doing it more for reps. Sets of 10, sets of 12. That was at 335. That's not helpful. So we go back a bit further. Heavy deadlifts. Here we go. So we did 2 sets of 5 at 4:15. So we just did a set of 5 at 4:15. When was the last time we did deadlifts heavier than that? Have we? I know we have. Just have to look for it. Has been a minute though. We're doing okay. So we did a set of 3 at 4:25. I think 4:35 is the move today. I think if I could hit 4:35 for 3, I'd be pretty happy. I tend to not like to go below sets of 5, but every so often doing it for 1 set, pretty good idea. Gives you a good feel for what power really should be. I just realized I only have 1 clip over here. Where's my other clip? Huh. Or wait, is that my other clip? It is, I'm stupid. Yeah. Lighty D, yup, heavy deads, that's right. So, let's do 4:35. I'm feeling a challenge. Make it an even 4:40. If I can get 3 here, I'll be pretty stoked. Yes, again, you may notice I'm taking several minutes between each rep or each set. When you're working this close to a max, right? So if my max is 500, which I know it is, or thereabouts, probably a little bit less since I'm on a cut right now. If my max is 500, this is 88% of max if it's at 440. So if you're getting to that point where you're north of about 75 to 80% of max weight, it's going to take you longer to complete your sets because you need to give your lungs a chance to recharge all your muscles and your central nervous system a chance to reset. It's just how it is. So I'm going to pick another song here. I'm feeling the Southern Rock. Let's throw a little Freebird down. Now, Freebird you'd think is a little bit better for a a longer high volume set, and it is. But the part right before the guitar solo, um, the chorus and this bird you cannot change, works pretty good for heavy stuff too. So Freebird very much a versatile lifting song, and if you don't like that, bless your heart. I gotta psych up for this one though. Ball just down here. This will be 440. All right. This one I'm gonna go right hand dominant, which is under for me. Doesn't really matter, except for when you're getting close to your max. So shouldn't be a big deal either way. But we'll see how this goes. If it feels good, I may even try my fourth set on something heavier. Probably not, but we'll see. Yeah, see, I'm taking 5 minutes in between sets. It's slow. It's deadlifts. It's just what it is. But once we move on to Romanians, Jeffersons, and the rest of the workout, can move quite a bit faster. It's just there's nothing you can do about that. Okay, so the back of my tank is Empire Legacy. You type in !_ Empire for more information, but it's a local brand here to Oahu, and their mission is really supporting people who go and become the absolute best versions of themselves that they can be. So obviously I align with that very much. You just type in ! Empire, go check out their stuff. Tell them BullMuscle sent you. Ass tight, ass down, squeeze the glutes, back tight, ass tight. Come on. No, 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 no. Feel my back coming up first. 3. Free bird, yeah. I'll take 3. We're going down late. I could probably have gotten 4, but I'd probably hurt myself if I did. My back came up first, and I ran out of gas for that. Some things aren't worth it. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, I'm fine, but the last one immediately knew. So on that last one, right, I started coming up here first. My ass came out before my knees did. Quit. If that happens on one of your sets, like on a rep, stop. Not worth it. 100% not worth it. You will get hurt if you attempt that. It's hard, you get in the zone. You're like, I want one more. You want to try and push yourself to that. It's not worth it on deadlifts. I promise you. It is so not worth it on deadlifts. It's just not worth getting one extra rep. You have to live to fight another day. So I'm going to move. I'm going to do one more set on these, and then we're going down weight to Romanians. And again, really wish I brought straps today because I can already tell my grip strength is going to be shot by about reps, or about a third of the way in this workout. Is what it is. What's up, winner? Hey. Ooh, yeah. For sure, Mikey, definitely add any new commands that we've thrown in, Empire and all that jazz. I forgot we even had a commands command. That's a really good one. I need to remember that exists. The question is now, do I want to do a set of 5 at 415, or do I want to go down and do sets at 365? I'm thinking 415, because we said this is going to be heavy deads. We might as well finish with heavy deads. I'd love to get 6 here, but after that, I'm less confident. That was a struggly 3 at 440. It wasn't bad, but should be realistic about what we can hope to achieve here. So if y'all got questions, by the way, by all means, feel free to ask at any point. Thank you very much, Rafael Philippe, for the 1 bit. Yeah, so this will be our 4th set. We're going to go down to, afterwards, probably go down to bare minimum. I should try 1 set of Romanians at 315. I doubt I'll stay there. Probably more likely to be around the 275 range, but I think that's how we'll do this. Yeah, I like that. Okay. Yeah, we'll go 415 here. Okay. And we'll go with Freebird again. It worked pretty well there. Give you a back. How's the viewership? By the way, if you don't mind, give me a. You know what? That's a dumb question. I can look that up because now I have my own other phone. I could see exactly what we're up to. Boom. Okay, so we got 10 in chat. Nice. Toto, welcome on in. Looking fresh. Looking too fresh. But yeah, we'll I hit this for 1 more set, and then we're gonna go heavier. Or sorry, we're gonna go lighter. We get 3 Romanians, 2 Jeffersons, and then 3 power cleans. We'll hit calves. So we've got a while to go. German flag on your way. I ain't no German. Actually, I'm kind of pissed off at the Germans. They just demolished their final nuclear plant. So they've now decided, thanks to old Angela Merkel, um, so you're German? I'm a nuclear engineer. So yeah, so I'm a nuclear engineer by trade. So I don't really think the highest of your energy policy. You deleted all your nuclear plants to continue to burn brown coal and import Russian gas. Not your best move. Oh well. I mean, could be worse. You could have a train system that is chronically late. Oh wait a minute, you do. Now I like to give you Germans a ribbon because y'all are good sports about it. Y'all can take a joke and then throw one back. So with respect, welcome. Willkommen. All right, come on. Here we are, 4:15. One more. Grip. Come on. Nice. That's 5. Now you're going for 6. Fuck, lightheaded. Oh. I'll take it. I'll take it. There we go. So, yeah, the Germans could take a joke. That's why I like to throw a couple their way. But next modeling shoot can be next week. was supposed to be this week, but the swimsuit my modeling director ordered has been a bit late coming in. So I do have a lot of exclusive pictures from the runway show. They're pretty great. The quality is incredible on those. I'm not looking to listen to Puerto Rican music at double the volume for a fucking ad after my damn it. Modeling show, or the next modeling shoot should be next week. But in the meantime, I do have some fresh new pictures. 10 out of 10 would recommend them. Extremely high quality. Come ask me about that on Discord. Yep, someone suggested a new gift. I'll definitely consider throwing that on there. But for now, it seems like this is a pretty good temp solution for AV. Definitely, if y'all think there's a better way to do this, I'm all ears. So I feel like the quality on this is pretty good. It seems to be whenever it's inside my head. And I promise, we get to the less horrendously intense sections of this workout, I'm just going to slot these in and not listen to music. But for the heavy stuff, the music really does help. Get some good gifts. Oh, yeah. Well, there's one where I'm big into environmentalism and sustainability. And if I can find a reasonably affordable, high quality way to replace some of my animal protein with plant protein, I'm willing to do that. But out here, the cost of everything is elevated, but especially so for, meat alternatives, because none of that's made here. So you have to buy it in bulk, and I'm not willing to gamble on that. But if someone wants to gift me that, then yes, I'm open to the idea. All right, so we're going to go ahead and do Romanians. So for those of you who don't know, Romanian deadlift operates more or less the same as a regular deadlift, except you bend your knees less and you focus a lot on the hamstring stretch. You got to have your upper back and your abs tight for these, or you will hurt yourself. Be careful. But they're a great exercise. Strongly recommend them. Nice. That was 8. Shit felt pretty good. I think I might stick with 315 for the next set. That's pretty solid. All right. Where's your hair next? I need to use the bathroom. So give me just a moment. Yeah, Toto. Um, since I think I haven't seen you here in a while, for those of you who don't know, I have moved to Hawaii. So, Toto, you're listening to me across 2 oceans. That's good. What is an ocean but a wet continent? That's one way of looking at it for sure. All right, we're gonna go down weight to 265 here. This will be our last one with music in. Keep the regular headphones after this. Go throw it all by Black Sabbath. So, yeah, if y'all are interested in sending me some of them gifts, I already have the for the alfalfa. I already got the microgreens jars. I just hadn't gotten the stuff to put in them. Damn, I'm sweating up a storm. This is the problem with deadlift days. You just go so slow. But for me, it's like squats. I'm putting in maximum effort every set. There's just no way to do that without resting more. If I rest less, I get fewer reps. It's as simple as that. No amount of conditioning really preps you for that because, right, if I was able to do more reps, well, I could then go up weight and do the same amount of reps, you know? And I'd rather do that if it's to be a heavy deadlift day, which today is. So we got one more set. At 265, I should be able to get at least 10, assuming my grip doesn't fail me, which it shouldn't. Then we're going to go down to Jefferson deadlifts and then power cleans. I know this is sketchy, but to be honest, if this works, at least works well enough for audio, and I'm going to review it after the stream, but if this works well enough for audio, then we've found the solution for $0.00, just terrific. That's always good. It's cost efficient, means I'm not generating any e-waste, which is a nice benefit. Again, I'm no hippie, but when and where you can reduce your emissions, when and where you can consume less, when and where you can reuse, reduce, or recycle, why wouldn't you do that? It's also efficient, and as an engineer, I'm attracted to efficiency. Efficiency is the highest form of beauty. Toto, you're a German, you'd understand that. All right. Again, abs tight, upper back tight. Help your lower back out. You don't want to put this on your lower back. Let's go. Come on. Ah, my hands. Ouch. That's 15. Oh, wow, that was painful. In a good way. I'm not hurting. I'm just gas. I don't know what cracking sound you're talking about, but maybe it was, oh, like during the weight, that was the belt, right? The belt's gonna flex, get pressure added, taken off of it as I do the reps. So it's gonna strain. It's supposed to do that. Although, now that you say that, probably could stand to grease it up a bit. I haven't hit it with leather treatment in a little while, so I might go do that some point today. See if I have any in my apartment. Failing that, I may just use some vegetable oil or something. All right, as promised, from here on out, y'all are staying in my ears. to the upgraded audio experience. So now we're doing Jefferson deadlifts. So what's a Jefferson deadlift? The Jefferson deadlift is a deadlift where you are straddling. Okay, this one's definitely a little bit harder to show off. Let me move you guys back. Try that. Well, all right, tell you what, go to my throne and suggest a good leather treatment option. It's I've had this belt for a couple of years, still in pretty good shape. It's mostly this, right? The other end of the belt goes in here, and right, it's gonna happen some. Can we get a knowledge angle, please? Okay, Porthos. If you want a knowledge angle, you have to be more specific. Do you mean a side angle, a back angle? What do you want me to do? The answer is yes, but you have to explain it. You gotta remember, man, right? So if I ask for clarity on something, I am like, there is no blood flowing to my head right now, right? All of it's going to keeping me conscious, and then the rest is going to my legs and lower back and abs. So explain the Jefferson deadlift. The reason I changed the angle is because you guys have to see my stance for this. With the Jefferson deadlift, you straddle the bar, you take your back end, your back leg should be about facing parallel with the bar, your front leg should be about facing perpendicular. You want an underhand grip for your backhand, an overhand grip for your front hand. Backhand should be right about at the arch of your foot, give or take a couple inches. Front hand should be just outside of your front quad, okay? And you lift it, and the weight should come up to just beneath your crotch. Remember to alternate grips? Oh yeah, I do. I'm pretty good about that. Yeah, for a Jefferson, right, I always recommend doing Jefferson and either like set, a two sets per workout or 4 sets per workout. So that way you can switch. It's arbitrary which one you do first, but absolutely keep it even. I'm gonna do a side and back. All right. It'd be kind of hard to do that for a Jefferson, but let's see what I can manage. Let's try this one. Go like this. It's gonna be too tall. Is it? It'll work. My head will be cut off, but if you want a side, this is about the best I can do for this exercise. All right. Oh, yeah, I definitely want my belt for this. It's not strictly necessary. You don't have to do deadlifts with the belt on, but I think it's a safer way to do them. And, I brought it. There's no reason not to use it. Nice. All right, here we go. Use your glutes, squeeze at the bottom. I should have controlled it a little bit more on the bottom there. My bad. Set the cam offside 45 degrees, a little more to the window. Got it. See? You're precise like that, I can help you. Now, if you want, so I'm going to be doing it facing this way. So if you want me to put it over on the other 45, speak now, okay? Form is forming. That means nothing. My form's bad, say so. No, lifting's not supposed to be comfortable. And a little form break on the last few reps, okay, that's fine. But if every single rep I'm doing is not good, then yeah, you got to tell me, right? It feels okay, but I don't know if that translates into the form is actually good. Right now, due to body physiology, there will be, especially on the first rep, taking it off the ground, there's going to be a slight forward bend to my back. As long as it's not too much, it's okay. But if I'm doing that every rep, yeah, please tell me. Almost good. You kind of stagger after the second up. Oh yeah, no. So that's another thing, right? This is something I've learned for Jefferson deadlifts. That stagger was intentional. As much try as you will, you are never going to get the perfect front forward or forward back balance off the first rep. You can attempt to approximate it, and you'll dial it in over time. But almost always after the first time the weight comes up, I'll kind of shift to get it a little bit more comfortable. That's totally normal. Arm's good. Yeah. All right. So Winter Raven, did you want the flip side for this one or no? Cool. Appreciate it. And I'll review on tape. I want to get deeper on these. I'd rather, if I only get 5 or 6, so be it. But all right, I'm gonna leave you here then if you're not gonna tell me. Thanks, JJ. Appreciate it. So that was 7. This is 245 pounds. Usually I like to Jefferson at 225, but we're going a bit heavier today. It's just kind of a goal. We got 2018 followers. It's kind of neat if we hit 2024, you know, because that's the current year. It'd be really cool if we hit like 2,500 by the end of the year, but I doubt that's happening. I can extrapolate current growth trends. We're not getting that. We might hit 21, 2,200, but we'll see. I need to advertise my stream more when I do modeling shows. Just be like, yo, come check me out here. I don't have an Insta, but this is where you'll find me. You didn't like 2018? Actually, funny enough, um, you mentioned 2018. So I do yearly goals lists. Y'all see me do that at the end of the beginning of every year. I think I did halftime updated July 31st or June 31st, excuse me. And 2018 is one of the few years I actually hit fewer of my goals than more. So 2018 wasn't a bad year. It was fine. I got out of a relationship that year. A lot of traveling back and forth to Texarkana to try and make a relationship that shouldn't have lasted beyond college work. But no, I checked up actually. Someone told me, actually, I didn't check up. A friend of mine mentioned this, that the ex I was dating back then is married and pretty happy, which she was a good girl and she deserved what she wanted, which I didn't want to give to her because we were looking for two different things. She wanted to settle down, and I was too young for that. Wasn't very happy in my job, so I'm glad things worked out for her. She's sweet. I have no regrets with that relationship. Probably only that I should have broken it off sooner, but you live and learn. This is cop. You're talking about this? This is a Washington. Oh, sorry. The Washington Nationals logo. Yeah. No, my socks. It's the curly W. Yeah, they're baseball socks. So the reason I wear these again is in case I end up pulling a deadlift a bit too close to my shins and scraping. All right. Last Jefferson set. We can move on. Hit things a little bit faster. We'll hit calves and greater pulls, and then we'll finish with power cleans, I think. At least finish on the platform. Here we go. last one is kind of grindy. Good. All right, so we're gonna move to calves next. So with calves, should be able to rifle these off fairly quickly. Yeah, it was a good learning experience. You live and learn. If you didn't learn anything from your uh, relationships, that's the only way things aren't so good. 14, I appreciate the update. Hey, Eris, welcome on in. Okay. Put this up, start hitting calves, and we're gonna do calves with Raider pulls sprinkled in. The reason being, Raider pulls really good expanding the chest, which is useful on sets where you're trying to get, you've got a lot of compressive weight on you, which is for calves what I'm gonna be doing. I'm gonna go heavy on calves today. Because I'm lazy and didn't feel like putting more weight off. That's why. Quicker to squat it. Okay, so for calves, we want 245, 315, 365. Let's go with 415 and see how it feels. Should be able to at least hit this for about 10. Again, the sensation of being crushed is more or less what we're going for here. Always a good feeling when you see the bar bend and you haven't even begun. I know who's responsible for that. Oops. Truck going through that kind of stuff. Well, I'm 0 for 4 in terms of relationships, and right now I'm certainly not looking for starting number 5. All right, let's begin. Whoa. Oh, hang on, something got right there. Oh my God. Oops. little bit of a false start there. I could tell instantly. I'm like, wait a minute, why is the right one so much lighter? I forgot to slap the other 25 on there. All right, let's go. Oh, that one bad. We'll do another set of calves and then Raiders. That felt pretty good for a set of 10. I think we're going to stick with that. When do you feel you will be? I don't see any reason to rush it. So I'm 29. This does not apply to everyone, so don't cancel me over this, but in general, men's value in the market that is dating tends to increase into your 30s. I'm not going to comment on women because I'm not one, but in general, right, a lot of women and men too, although while I am open to it, my experience with that particular marketplace has been non-existent because of the very rural places I used to live. In general, having a little bit more of a good financial standing, upward career mobility, brighter prospects, you know, maybe a little bit of money for a down payment or a mortgage, things of that nature are they're coveted in the dating marketplace. And statistically speaking, you're more likely to have those at 33 than you are at 23. And for men, it's an unfair expectation in this so-called, post-patriarchy world. But men, 72% of people still say uh, a good husband is one that can be the breadwinner, whereas only I think like 30% of people expect that for women. So you can argue with whether or not that's fair, but what it is reality. So you have to live within that reality, like it or not. Well, let's hit another set and then greater pulls. All right, greater pulls. Feels good on my rib cage. That's solid. So, where I was going with dating is simple, right? So, when it comes to men, right, we are expected to be that breadwinner, and I'm at 29. So, as far as I'm concerned, my stock, so to speak, is only climbing, right? Like, think about it this way. When I was 27, right, I hadn't started my Twitch stream. Well, I had, but it wasn't anything, like I had never done lifting streams like this, right? I hadn't gotten six-pack of abs. I hadn't gotten serious about my diet. I hadn't gotten really even more serious about lifting. I was serious, but not like I am now. I lived in a very inexpensive, but also very rural and very quiet part of the country, right? Which put a hard ceiling on what my value was, so to speak. Now at 29, I think anyone would objectively say, I mean, I'm literally a model, right? Like I literally have done runway modeling shows now. So, uh, I would have to say everyone would agree my value at 29 is objectively a lot higher at 27. But why would I assume my value is peaking right now? If I keep putting in the work ethic that I know I have, busting ass being the best version of myself that I can be, right? 30, 31, 32, 33, I'm only going to become even higher value. So if I keep investing in myself and not really paying that much attention to it, keep up the grind, it's going to pay off in the long run, especially if I'm a model, right? Why would I go and fight through a bad dating market now when I'll have more value in the future and I'll have more access to high value people, right, in the modeling world? Why would I do anything else? Night Mask, are you on a caloric deficit lately? Um, I just um, I just finished my cut, so I'm right about maintenance these days. Usually I eat around 3,500 calories a day, nothing crazy. I'd like to lose a few more. Like today I weighed in at 215 and change. 212 is about where I want to be. Uh, but, you know, I can take a few months, even. A pound is 3,500 calories. So if I run about a 100 calorie deficit every single day, I'll lose about 1 pound a month. I don't have any need to go any lighter than 212. I look terrific at the modeling show, and I was at 212 then. So mostly I would more or less say I'm at maintenance, right? I'm not so accurate in my calorie counting that I can definitively say I have a margin of error of less than 100 calories. So, if I start heading back up towards 220, I'll adjust. Now, if I have a big meal and a ton of water, yeah, my weight will show 220 temporarily. But that's all water weight, right? A liter of water is already 2 pounds. So if you drink 2 liters of water, which is not that hard to do, you put on 4 pounds. That's not, you haven't gotten 4 pounds fatter. You've rehydrated. So, and in the show, you don't dehydrate intentionally, but you do lose a little bit because you want to look really cut and defined. So it's normal. All right, let's hit another set. I think for this one, I want to try something. Let's see how this works. This will be a little hard to pull off, but if I can, it should work pretty well. There we go. Oh, that's a lot harder. Let's go. Oh, God, doing that with a low bar, too. All right, let's not do that with a low bar. Next, let's hit a Raider pull, though. Nice. Okay, so this is our third set on calves, second set on Raider pulls. I'm liking 415. I think it feels about right. We're going to stick to it. Then we'll move to power cleans. We'll have 2 more calves, 1 more Raider pull set. Did you sleep? Somebody's exhausted with the heavy eye bags. Yeah, so, Joji, I don't know where you've been. I'd say you're back. I've been streaming pretty regularly for the last several weeks, months even. No, so with sleep, I'm working on this. Really glad I got this because I can now track it a little bit more, and it's definitely been a challenge. I've been getting a lot closer to 6 hours a night for the most part, and a lot less close to 8 hours a night. Right, you got to remember, it's not even 8 a.m. here. I'm going slow as fuck today. Today I got pretty good sleep. I got 7.8 hours, but because of the nature of my job, I have to be there at 6:30, which means I have to get up early, which means I really need to be better about being in bed by 9, and a lot of the time I end up staying up till 10 just doing stupid shit. and that's on me. Yesterday, I was on a phone call with my bro, so, what are you going to do? And it's a Friday night, so that's fine. But what I want to do in the future is start hitting workouts at 5 a.m. here because it's uncrowded and because it gives me a really nice boost to my day. That means, too, when I get home, right, instead of having to worry about lifting, then cooking, then cleaning, I can just cook, clean, relax, and go to bed. I think that's going to work out a lot better than the current status. So I'm going to try and get my schedule bumped. I'm going to talk to my boss eventually when I get through all the trainings. If I can go 7:30 to 4 instead of 6:30 to 3, that would allow me a great deal of freedom. I could get up, start lifting by 5 or even 5:15, get through my workout, and bike to work with no real issues. So I want to do it that way, but we'll see. Yeah, I'm a little bit sleep deprived. I'm trying to fix it. I'm in the process of fixing it. It's hard though. The other thing is, a lot of the modeling crowd stays up late. Like my director doesn't usually get up till 9 or 10, and I'm like, bro, I can't do that, and I'm not gonna, because it'll hurt my gains, and that's really what I care about. It's about the grind. After a while, you realize that the journey is the destination. All right, let's hit another set. We're going so slow today, but it's starting to pick up. We're moving a little faster now. Come on. One more. Oh, God, that's good. That's good. I like that. All right. We got one more calf set and one more Raider pull set. Then we're going to move to power cleans, then we're done on the rack. Now, you've got a point, Night Masked. Could definitely do better there. Sleep's always been my biggest demon, so you're not wrong. The truth is, probably a good 75% of us or more are chronically sleep deprived. The invention of the smartphone has certainly hurt in this regard. We spend a lot of time looking at screens that emit blue light. Even with the blue light filter, some still gets through. Artificially keeps us up later than we want to be. So, I get it. All right, we got one more of those, one more set of Raider pulls. I appreciate that. Thanks, JJ. You're real nice. You always got nice things to say. I do appreciate that. It's very kind of you. I am pretty excited diet-wise. I'm going to meet my modeling director over in Pearl City today for some Simon. Pretty excited for that. Don't skimp on your sleep, right? I would say, if you're hitting a plateau or even losing strength in the gym, analyze diet and sleep before anything else. Then, if you've checked out diet and checked out sleep, then consider varying your workout regimen. That's what I would recommend. All right, let's go. Whoa, easy, easy, easy. There we go. Oh, it's tough. Let's go. Now we move on to power cleans. We're trying to hit 3 sets of this. Then we're going to move on to hip thrusts and the rest of our workout. Try and move a little bit faster through these. For power cleans, I think I'm going to try 205. Go from there. Should be a pretty reasonable weight. Hey, Chef Sugar Bear, thank you very much for the follow. I do appreciate that. Very kind of you. And JJ, thank you very much for the gift subs. Very kind of you as well. All right. Good. So, power cleans. We got 3 sets of these. Should be pretty easy. For those of you who don't know, power clean is a combination of a deadlift and a hang clean, right? Not exactly rocket science on how to do these. You deadlift the weight and you clean it. Okay? So I just gotta see how many I did last time and we'll get it. Power clean, power clean, power clean, power clean, power clean. Oh, in here. Where is it? It's in here somewhere. There we go. Okay, so it's hitting set 6 last time. Game on. I like it. Should be difficult then. I like it. Strong like bull. Let's go. Strong like bull. Ah, nice. Oh, wrist starting to hurt a little bit after that. Might go down weight. I want to go heavier, but that is not feeling great on my wrist. So after all the heavy stuff we've done, I think I'm gonna play it safe. Go down weight a bit. Go to 185. I would love to be able to rep 8 there, but with the amount of work I've done already, it's just a fatigue thing, right? If I was fresh, maybe I could get 7 or 8, but at this stage in this workout, I think 6 is the best we can hope for on that. By the way, the full body press at the end of that set on the last rep, entirely gratuitous. There is no reason to do that except for really for fun. But, you know, this is my fun time. So, why not? All right. So, we'll do one more on that. Or 2 more, rather. Hey, welcome up, Mirages. Good to see you. I haven't seen you in a bit. How you doing? All right. So we have one more of these. Then, depending on how this feels, how many reps I get, I'll either stick to this weight or go down a little further. I'd like to stick to this weight. I don't really feel like going any lighter today. It means I just got to man up and power through it, though. All right. Oh, yeah. Now, I've gotten into modeling here. My numbers are not maybe quite where they were at peak bulk back in March, but they're still pretty close. And considering I'm now over 20 pounds lighter than peak bulk, I'd say that's a win. Hell, I've even hit some PRs along the way. Not consistently, but every so often. My bench is probably a bit weaker. Pull-ups are stronger, but that makes sense, right? Pulling up 215 pounds of body weight will be easier than pulling up 235. All right, let me focus in. We got 2 more sets on this. Stomach roll. Let's go. I'll take 8. We will stick to 185 for our last set on this. Don't hit the machines. We'll hit hip thrusters to finish. I do think I look better. I'm definitely like more cut. I think I can see a pump. Well, not in the arms today because the blood's not going there, but a lot of the time you can see a pump more than maybe, several months ago. Sorry about the breathing. It's just power cleans are ruthless, man. They are a high intensity exercise. They work. Power cleans are, to me, very much in the squats category of exercise where, don't kid yourself, it's basically a full body workout. You're hitting everything. Yeah, some of y'all probably like the breathing. Probably good ASMR. All right. Let's check the view count real quick, and then we'll hit one more set. How are we doing? That'd be kind of neat to know. All right, 10 viewers, nothing crazy. That's okay. Nice. All right. Namas. I need myself to breathe. Whether or not y'all want me to is irrelevant, unless I feel like, not being conscious. But I've gotten close to that point, on deadlifts especially. I nearly blacked out at the top of my all-time PR. Promise you I have no interest in doing that again. I do not know whether or not, if I was fresh, I could hit a 500-pound dead right now. I hit 440 for 3, which leads me to believe if not 500, at least 475. Considering 500s, that was done at a bulk, I'll take that. I have no desire to really push it beyond 405 very often. I did that today because I haven't for a while, but that's something I'll do every maybe 2 months. It's you don't want to, it's like anything else, right? If you don't use it, you lose it. So you don't want to never do super heavy sets, but right, I only did 1 set above 415 today. I did 2 at 415 and then 1 at 365. There's no need to go heavier. Again, I'm not a power lifter, so there's no value in doing that. All right, last set, power cleans. Come on. Bring it back. There we go. Last one, come on. We are done on the rack. Let's go. Shit. Okay. We're breathing. Just moving my stuff over to the next machine. Speed things along, Now, one thing I have learned is even on re-racking, take a minute, get the right form to get the weight up. You can hurt yourself even on 185. Go. Nice and easy. Job well done. That's 20 sets down. Now we move on to the more hypertrophy focus sections of the workout. We're going to do leg curls. We're going to do leg extensions. We're going to do hip thrusts. And we're going to do abs. And then that's it. I think I'm coming to the realization too that when I stream, because I'm using oxygen to talk, I just can't recover as quickly. I just have to learn to deal with it. Do driver cycle here. That's surfing. Parking lot always usually empty. It's a local church, and it's their parking lot, and you have to get a permit, so that's why it's normally empty. Tomorrow probably won't be, so keep that in mind. Go. I can still lower the touch. There we go. Still lower it, to be honest. It's more like it. Can't argue with you there. Parking is a serious issue, especially here in Honolulu. They say paved over paradise. There's a very sad amount of truth to that. All right, leg extensions. Okay. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 2, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's good. Feels solid. Most hated exercise? What, leg extensions? Bro, this is easy. Man, if I'm looking for most hated exercise for hypertrophy in the gym, it's not even close. It's got to be the Bulgarians. Bulgarians are miserable, especially at the end of a workout, but they're extremely effective, so they're worth doing. I like doing that. Fair enough. We all have our different preferences. I've never heard anyone say they hated leg extensions the most, though. For me, leg extensions are not something you should go for max power on. I don't see the benefit in that. You're better off training high bar squat or front squats if you really want to hit your quads for power. But for hypertrophy, it's a really good isolation exercise. So I recommend it for that reason. All right, set number 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. 12. I think that feels pretty good. I'm going to stick to that. Got one more set on this. We'll go hit leg curls. Oh, leg curls look like they're taken. All right. Give me a sec. I'm probably going to go grab a bench, move it over. We'll do hip thrusters next. See, I'm almost in the 220s. No, I haven't seen you post and diet in a minute. All right. So I'm taking a bench. I'm off shot for this, but taking a bench, moving it over to the Smith machine. We'll set up our hip thrusts after this set here. Now, I'll just get one more set. Dude, 60 pounds lost. Congratulations. Niam, I have badmouthed the Smith machine before. So give me a minute and I'll talk about that. Uh, but dude, congratulations, Mikey. Dude, 60 pounds lost. I mean, that is a life-changing amount of weight. What you've probably done is put damn near a decade back on your life expectancy. You should be incredibly proud of that. And it takes hard work, it takes grit, it takes determination, and it takes commitment to be able to do something like that. So you should feel really hats off to you. Can we get a round of congratulations, round of well wishes for Mr. Big Game Mikey? Because that is 60 pounds lost in, what was that, pretty much this year. That's fantastic. Let's get some props for Mikey. 1, 2, 1, 2, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Nice. All right. That's good. It's 12. Move over to the Smith machine. So, Smith machines. There's pros and there's cons. I am not normally the world's biggest Smith machine fan. However, I'm going to send y'all here for just a minute. I need to get the rest of my stuff. All right. However, when it comes to the Smith machine, there are some fairly useful applications for it. Allow me to explain. What we have here, the Smith machine, is more or less a combination bench press and squat rack that restricts range of motion to, there we go, a up and down axis. Can't go forward, back, can't go left, right. In general, that's not ideal. However, there's some exercises where you really only want one range of motion. A good one for this is hip thrusters. So with the hip thruster, that's too far down. I need to set you guys down here. With the hip thruster, gym looks really empty. It's because it's early here. Think about what time it is here in Hawaii, right? And I've been here for the last hour and a half, actually a little bit more. So with the hip thruster, the idea is that right, you bring the weight up with your hips and you squeeze with your glutes. So the Smith machine allows you to not worry too much about left-right balance and really work on the glute squeeze. Also allows it, you don't have to worry about using your upper body to hold it forward back. You just focus on the range of motion. So it's useful for that. Another really good answer or use for the Smith machine are sissy squats. Sissy squats are basically, the idea behind a sissy squat is very simple. It's, what if we attempted to take a squat and make it the most quad dominant stretch we possibly could? And the answer is the sissy squat. The idea being, if you bring your knees over your toes on a squat, you're making it more quad dominant. If you bring your knees as far as you can over the toes by getting off of your heels, even more so. So the sissy squat, in essence, does just that. So, those are two very kind of niche exercises. I would say, if you're looking for a very basic program, neither of these are necessary to get really good results in the gym. However, they are good items to throw in every now and again, and so that's why I do them. So, do I do hip thrusters every single time I work out? Of course not. That would be silly. But if the Smith machine's already here, why not use it? So, in general, I'm pretty bearish on Smith machines. I think a regular barbell rack is better suited. But the other thing is too, I already did a lot of sets on the rack today, and there's only one in this gym. I really don't feel like hogging it, and it's, you do kind of want to be considerate of other gym goers. So if you can, do a couple of your hypertrophy exercises on a Smith machine, like sissy squat, why not? There's a sissy squat. You can do hip thrusts without weights, but they're too easy for me. I gotta add weights. So what is a sissy squat? All right, I'll show you what a sissy squat is after these hip thrusts, okay? So hip thrust, the whole point is you're squeezing your glutes at the bottom. There's no real way for me to get the angle there, but this is the best I can do. That's good. All right, I'm gonna give you guys a side profile for the next one. But this is the first time I think I've ever streamed hip thrusters, so still kind of figuring out the best angles. So try from this side next. Yeah, that'll be about right. A little bit further back. I don't care what the origins of the name is. If you're getting wrapped around the axle about that, that's your problem. The sissy squat, okay, I'll show it later, but you get up on your toes and you try to get your knees as far out in front of your toes as you can on a squat. So that's the idea. I'm surprised none of y'all know what a sissy squat is. I'm sure Mirage does. He's just not saying anything. So let's see, that was 10. Add a 3-second count for 225. Felt pretty good. We're going to stick to 225, I think. This is more meant for hypertrophy anyway. It's really holding it at the top, forcing the glutes to work. That's the goal. So, box squats. So box squat is really pretty useful as well. Focuses on that get up. The idea behind a box squat is that, the regular squat, if you're not disciplined, you can bounce back off the bottom, right? You can keep the motion going. The box squat forces you stop and pause in that hole. Now, I personally prefer pause squats to box squats just because I think it's a little easier on your back. Because with a box squat, you're much more tempted to, breathe out, rest your abs at the bottom while you're sitting on that box. And I think that can be less conducive to a clean lift back up. So I prefer pause squats, but box squats are good. Don't get me wrong. Just not my preferred type. Glutes are on fire by the end of those. You're really squeezing. That's good. Okay. So, squat variations, other ones are really good. Back squats, both high bar and low bar, especially if you're over 6 feet tall, you may find that low bar squat works better for you. I certainly found that it does for me. Give it a try, stick to it. if you really find, especially if your knees really start to hurt on high bar squats and you're over 6 feet tall. Front squats, really, really good for quads. Sissy squats, really good for range of motion hypertrophy. Do not do sissy squats at heavy weight. Again, I'll explain whenever we're done hip thrusters, okay? So, other good squat variations. Pause squats, really good one. Goblet squats, another one. I'm not going to do them today. I like a goblet squat being very quad dominant. So I put a plate underneath my heels, elevate my heels a little bit, and really get my legs out over my toes. So sissy squats and goblet squats usually achieve the same thing. The goblet squat, you're not really doing it for power, right? You know, you're holding a dumbbell or a kettlebell in front of you. You're normally not going to find one that's heavier than what you could support with a barbell. So it's meant to be a hypertrophy exercise. I'm not a huge fan of partials for squats. I think the hardest part of a squat for almost everyone is getting out of the hole. So, you know, if you're going to do partials and you're not going all the way down, to me it just feels like an incomplete rep. But your mileage may vary. If you like them, go for them. All right, that was our third set on hip thrusts. Damn it. Mikey, do you mind banning that clown? I can do it if you need me to, but kind of trapped in the machine. Damn it. That's always annoying. Give me a sec. I'll do it. Shut. Come on, let's get one more set. Come on, control the eccentric. 5. Oh, okay. Here we go. That's good. All right, so we're done hip thrusters. So I'll show you sissy squats real quick. That won't be too hard. It's a sissy squat. The most quad dominant exercise in the gym you can do, short of maybe a leg extension. I will get through this very quickly because we have more sets left to do, mostly leg curls and then abs. So just gotta, sorry, I gotta take the weights off. Okay, so, right, I'm typically repping 315 on squats. You will notice the sissy squats, I'm using the bar. Okay, do not do this at your normal squat rate, your normal squat weight. You will get hurt and you will regret it. Okay? So, done quickly. The sissy squat. You start like a normal back squat. Place your feet about shoulder width apart. You get up on your toes. Okay. All right. Gotta place yourself down a bit more. There we go. Get up on your toes. Sorry. And it's fine, man. You can cross over. It don't matter. I appreciate that, man. Get up on your toes. Try to keep your hips out as much as you can. And you take your knees as far forward over your toes as you can. Right? Whole idea here being you're extending the shit out of your quads, and the hypertrophy is just, it's insane off of that. The range of motion is crazy. Hurts like hell though. Do not do sissy squats at your normal squat rate. Stuff. Move on. We got leg curls next. Why do we need Ceribot, dude? No. Ceribot is useless. Stop adding stupid bots on. Like we've already got Nightbot, don't we? Or one of the other bots. You don't need bots clogging up the channel. Yeah, I'm done. Go for it. Sorry about that. Yeah. Do you want the bench? Yeah, grab it. My bad. I was about to put it back, so. No, you're fine. Thank you. Yeah. Sorry about that. I was trying not to take this up, but there we go. It's starting to get a little bit later in here. This is why I normally try to get up earlier and stream earlier. I was lazy, slept in, maybe about 30 minutes longer than I should have. I should have got up at 5. I almost got up at 6. Usually I get up earlier than this, but it's okay. We'll make it work. Last set on legs for today is we're going to do leg curls. So roll it at 205. Ceribot, auto bands, hyperlinks. Yeah, but all right. Well, Mikey, can you run that command? I'm kind of busy. Fine, whatever. I'll do it. Fine. God. Let me hit the set. Okay. I don't want. I had Ceribot a while back, and Ceribot like didn't ever work properly, so I kicked it out. Let's go. I don't know. I guess I figure the reason I have mods is to handle the bands, but you know, I also don't want someone coming in. Fine. I'm not gonna fight you guys. I'm not gonna fight you guys on this. Blood's not flowing to my head anyway, so I'm probably wrong. Okay. Sari bans the chatters. Whatever, I'll do it. I trust you. There. I thought I had a bot that already did that, but I'm not gonna. Alright, there. It's done. Ay, Dios mío. Alright. Now, I know you can't always be here. I don't expect you to be, although you're not the only mod, so it's kind of, I do have enough mods to where I kind of usually expect at least one to be here. I can manually band, but you want Saribot to do it, whatever. I'm not gonna fight on this. That would be a waste of everyone's time. But I feel like this isn't right. It's fine. Let's go. Liam, I don't know if I've ever seen you stream. I assume you just do something else. These are not here. Something's looking over it. I mean, usually I can ban it myself now that I have my own chat. But, you know, if I'm in the middle of a set, audience may just have to deal with it for a little while. Because it was 220. Okay. Let's stick with 220. That felt pretty good. Got one more set. Yeah. Mikey, I trust you to set up Saribot though. I'm not gonna screw with that. I'm here to make the content. I have no interest in any of the technical bullshit. It's just not something I'm interested in at all. Like, not in the slightest. Okay. This is the last set. And then we got abs. And the reason you started? Huh. Well, good to know. At least you hadn't mentioned your chat before. I'll probably give you a follow. Get on the grind is a long one. Just be aware. You're right. I may have 2,000 followers. It took me several years to get to that point. That's not happening. Last set. Come on. Three more. That's the best I got. Oh, hamstrings are screaming. Yes, please. There's a chat I'm not seeing. I'm not dual streaming. Is this because I added the bot? These aren't even Vans, dude. These are Walmart brand off-brand Chucks. They're like off-brand Converse. They're not any brand of shoe. They just look like they're Vans. All right, we're done on the legs today. We're gonna hit abs. We work in if you want.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Go for it. All right. I gotta split the leg raise machine with someone. That's fine. It's starting to get more crowded because it's getting taller, or it's getting a little bit later in the day. That's fine. We'll do leg raise. Dude, you don't need more than a couple pairs of shoes. Honestly, I have these for lifting, normal running shoes. I have a pair of boots for like yeehaw shit, mostly because they're badass and they got the state flag of Texas on them. I got a couple others, but there we go. Hanging leg raises. Hanging leg raises. Let's do this. That's good. There we go. Gotta bring this up a tad. There we go. That's better. A pair of weightlifting shoes, pair of running shoes, pair of slippers, and a pair of boots. I also have a pair of work shoes I keep at my desk at the job because you gotta have steel toes. So that one's easy. Boots, Adidas, 5, a sneaker. 5 isn't that many pairs, dude. You're fine. No, Winter Raven, why do you think I'm dual streaming? I'm not. Because it really shouldn't be. I got Stream Manager on my phone, but I'm not live on my other phone. If there's a chat you're not seeing, it's probably on your end. Yeah, mate. You doing another? All right, he's waiting. I'm gonna do another set. There we go. Come on. Come on. Stay on there. Shit. Ah. The plate doesn't always want to stay on there on those sets. Ah. You don't see the messages you're answering? That's a you problem, man. Unless, are any of the rest of y'all having that issue? You don't see the messages I'm emptying or I'm answering? Yeah, dude, Neon was talking about his shoes. I don't, guys, I can't both be your technical support agent and be your streamer. That's really hard for me to do. That's kind of unfair to ask me to do both of those at the same time. I have no idea what's going on your side. I mean, I appreciate you telling me, but you gotta ask someone else in chat to help you. Let's go. Fuck's sake. Get in. There we go. That'll work. Let's move on to cable crunches. Thanks for letting me share, boss. I'm done. This right here. Move to cable crunches. It is probably a setting. It's all right. It's just I can't sit here and do both. I'm sorry. Can't do it. Place you guys here. There. It's down so that way y'all can't. There we go. Really try my best not to capture anybody else in my streams to the extent possible. It's the right thing to do. All right, we got cable crunches and then we're done. Come on. Yeah, I got you. Yeah. Now, Twitch can sometimes be really unhelpful. I understand. I apologize for being somewhat frustrated by it. It's just hard, especially on leg day. The blood is not necessarily flowing to my head very much. Just one of my legs. All right, let's go. 3 sets on abs. Here we go. Some jets have a regular chat and a VIP chat. Yeah, some do. This one does. So if you're a VIP, you should have a little gem next to you. It has nothing to do with legality. This is about Twitch screwing around. When did I say anything about something being illegal? No, it's about being polite. No, I try to keep other people out of shot because they aren't consenting to being filmed, and I don't want to film them without their consent. I don't want to go around asking people. That's stupid, right? So, if you're crossing my shot, like I try to do my best to keep everybody else out of shot. But if someone else is in there, I'll move the camera, or, worst case, yeah, I'll ask him. It's like, hey, I'm filming here. I don't have any problem with other people being in my shot. I just don't want to piss anyone else off in the gym, right? That's why I come in early. I try to do it at the least crowded times of day, so that way, when I stream, I'm not bugging anybody else. It's not a perfect system, but it's the best option I've got for streaming here because I don't have my own gym. I don't have my private gym like I did in South Carolina. Next set. Good. Also, noticed earlier when I was deadlifting, y'all didn't see this, but I noticed the tow truck with the church lot next door comes in the mornings. What that means is, I think my friends can get away with parking there in the daytime so long as they don't park there overnight, which is good for me to know. It's an option as soon as you start setting up your stream. Wait, so is there something I need to change there, Winter? Is that what you're saying? Yeah, if you're a VIP, like, there aren't that many people I've given the role to, but there are a couple, like Lab Boys. So if you type in !Lab, you can check out his YouTube channel. Cool. Promo for you there. You're in public, think about New York City news channels, report the news you see right now. That's great, right? There's a very big difference between what is legal and what is polite. As a Southerner, I'm a big fan of politics. Someone who's new to the state of Hawaii, the last thing I want to do is piss off people who are local. That's not fair to them, and it's unbecoming. I'm confused about where you're getting questions. Yeah, no, I was getting questions from the ones about shoes. That was from Neum. So if you're not seeing Neum chatting, yeah, it's something on your end because he's not a VIP. I don't think he is. Ouch. Ooh, just felt my knee pop. All right, this is the last set. Here we go. Hold it on this one. 1, 2, 3, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, 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 that's rough. Whew. And we're done. Great workout. Can I be VIP in your heart? I mean, you keep throwing bits my way, donations long enough, JJ, you'll get there. There we go. 2 minutes, 10 seconds, or 2 hours, 10 minutes elapsed. About 900 calories burned. Pretty good workout. Heart rate is definitely higher today than it is on a lot of upper body stuff, but that's to be expected. Deadlifts and power cleans especially require a lot of energy, right? Think about it. Work is force times distance. Power clean, you're moving that weight a long distance. Deadlift, not as much distance, but a lot of force to get that weight up. Work also requires energy, right? The more work you do, the more energy you must expend. So we're gonna hit save. All right. Now, we're about done for today. So here's what I'm gonna do. Now, we're gonna come over here, come off, go to the side for a minute, and we'll chat up a little bit, bring it in. As one might say at the end of a football practice, bring it in. A good workout, good show today. Or further, I live in Alaska and Hawaii and California. Both are expensive, only one is paradise. I mean, California is lovely. It's not, it's just, my problem with California, to be honest, Hawaii sort of has some of the same problems, is that many of the issues are self-inflicted. You have to go, all right, Mirage, good to see you. Glad you're in. There are plenty of vloggers based here. It's just you have to go and hunt for them. They're not as popular as the ones in California. Let's see who's live. It is 9 o'clock. It's about time for us to go. So let's see who we got, who we follow on this live. We've got Malik, we've got Jacob Lyle, we've got Rano. I'm gonna go with either Malik or Jacob Lyle. Jacob Lyle's playing old school RuneScape, so we're gonna stream him because he's awesome. I like Jacob Lyle. Here we go, stream manager. Workout is done. No, it's bless your heart, Niam. Yeah, we're gonna raid Jacob. So, y'all, that is it for me today. Tomorrow I will be live again, same time. It's gonna be a shoulder dominant push day. Should be a little bit earlier. We're trying to get to bed early tonight to make sure. I don't know what a feet strat is, but South Carolina calls them sharrows. Yeah, we have sharrows in Hawaii. Bike infrastructure could stand to be improved. No, I don't. I have a gym at my apartment, so I walk over here. Oh, yeah, no. You can ask me more about that on the Discord, so type !Discord if you want in on that. Anyway, that's going to be it for me today, y'all. If you want more content, come check out my Discord channel. If you really like what I do, consider, leaving a tip or checking out my Throne page if you want to really make, throw a gift my way. Otherwise, I do appreciate y'all coming out. It's been a great stream. That's going to be it for me today. I'll see you tomorrow. So as always, make good decisions. Those good decisions form your actions. Actions form your habits. Those habits form your values. Those values form an ethos to be the guys that are through the rough waters of life. Much love, y'all. Come in for the hug. Big bull hug. All right. We'll see y'all tomorrow bright and early. Aloha.